Hello and welcome back to Tottenham Logic TV. I want to do a video today and talk about what Tottenham fans actually want. And let me explain this a little bit because it's not a rant. It's just I'm really confused about what we want and what you expect from our club. So let's go back to the start of last season. We lost Harry Kane for a few days just before the season started. By the way, this guy scored 30 goals the season before, and we finished eighth. So the squad was in turmoil, basically. Without him, we probably would have finished about 15th. I heard most pundits say when Harry Kane left that Tottenham would probably finished around 10th. Most YouTubers said they'd probably finish around mid-table. Um, and Postecoglou would be gone by Christmas 2023. We started amazing, but inevitably fell off due to serious injuries to key players. But Tottenham still ended up finishing fifth. This was way above anybody's expectations, by the way, because of remember what I just said. Everyone said we'd finish mid-table, but when we finished fifth, that was not good enough. So, what did you want? What did you expect? So, we know what you expected. We know what you want. You want us to win trophies and you want us to win the leagues, but that's not going to happen in his first season. He had a bloated squad with many players that either didn't want to be there or couldn't play his style or just simply weren't good enough. And this was evident from the summer we just had. We got rid of many players that could not do the play in this system. A massive rebuild was needed, and that's how you start a rebuild. You can't just bring players in, you need to get them out the door. We didn't have a balance of youth and experience. So we bring in some youth in the summer. Again, that's not good enough for anybody. Only time will tell whether these players will be good enough eventually. They're going to have to need time to bed in. And before you give me that, but we need players for now. We have got players for now. We've got a good first 11. The young players he's brought in is because they can run. The system requires you to be able to run all day long and pressurize. But also, you need to bring in young players now and then embed them and then start bringing in better players in the seasons to come. Exactly what any process has ever done. We also brought in a number 9, which was what we needed. We brought in a number 9 was needed. We kept Spence, which was clever. Spence has been a very good fill-in when Udogi's not playing. We've massively underachieved this season so far. We should have got more points than we have. We've underperformed. Not underperformed. We've got under. How can I say it? We haven't got the right points for how we've played. We've played well every single game other than the Coventry match. After that second half against Brighton, which I agree was very bad. It was awful. But Spurs fans went into meltdown. And then we got the new narratives. And these are the new ones because I'll tell you the old ones in a minute. The new ones are we have no leaders in the team now. No in-game management from Ange. He's only been around for 26 years, but he does not know what to do in a football game. He doesn't know. The fans know more because they're fans. They know more than the manager. They always know more than the manager. I don't know why we hire these managers. We should just hire the fans. We really should. He's called Imposter Coglu. All this after the Brighton second half. These are just the new narratives that were circling around because I'll tell you the old ones, which are not old. They're quite recent history. We can't defend set pieces. Now nobody's fucking talking about that because we've only let in one goal from set pieces. And the same, and it was against Arsenal, by the way, and Arsenal do that to every single team, every single week near on. We can't beat top 6 sides. We beat Man United. Then the new narrative was Man United are not very good. They're not a top 6 side anymore now that we've beaten them. And our high line has been found out we're easy to play against, which has only happened once against Newcastle, lapse of concentration, where Dragushin hasn't hardly ever played a game, was keeping the guy on side. So there again, so that narrative has been quashed. That's why they're making up new ones now. So what do you want? So every time something happens, like the high line, the set pieces, and Ange fixes that problem, you don't seem to care about or give him any credit for what he fixes, but you seem to always care about what he's not doing. Do you want us to win every single game? This is what I'm asking. Do you expect us to win every single game? So that's the difference. I want us to win every single game, of course, but I don't expect us to win every single game. Do you want instant success? Yes, everybody wants instant success. But do you expect us to have instant success? That's the difference. The instant success came because all Spurs fans could not be patient for another rebuild after Poch. So we were all forcing Levy's hand basically into we want trophies now. So he delivered. He gave us Conte, didn't work. Gave us Mourinho, didn't work. And the reason why it didn't work, because they wasn't here to build. They didn't want to build a team. They wanted to win straight away. And then they realized how shit this squad was, and they couldn't do it with him. They are brilliant managers, and they could not do it without a build. I'll tell you what we have got. A manager that does believe. A manager that believes fully that he can bring success to this club. A manager that wants to win, but not only win, he wants to win the Tottenham way. He wants to make this glorious, in his words. A manager that plays great football will always go for the win, always wants to be on the front foot. A manager that does not settle for top four. A manager who has 26 years experience and has won everywhere he's gone in different countries. Why would you be calling for this guy to be sacked? The reality is we will lose games. We will have some bad performances. We just can't melt down every time it happens. This is what happens in a rebuild. You don't win every single game straight away. That's not how it works. How, right? If you say I don't want to be patient anymore, fine. But how's that Ange Postecoglou's fault that we've won one trophy in 24 years? He's been here for one season. We can't say Ange out just because he's not given us instant success. And before you say Levy won't back him, Levy has backed him. He's openly admitted he's backed him. 120 million on the players he wanted, by the way. And he's not even been given a chance to use these players yet before you're already saying Ange out. Odegaard's played 2 games and they're already saying he's not good enough. How ridiculous does that sound? We've started off exactly the same as the youngs. Right. No, let me go back. Have you ever thought for a second that Levy's using the same blueprint he used for Poch? Bring in some youngsters, refresh the team, completely change the team that Postecoglou started with and build it from there, which didn't take 1 season, 2 seasons, it took 3 to really get going. The last time we were patient, we got to a Champions League final. Just think about that, yeah? I'm sick of the manager being called for the sack every time there's a bump in the road. What happened to support him through the thick and thin? We only seem to support, some Tottenham fans only seem to support Tottenham when they're winning nowadays. So what's your solution? Get someone else in? Okay, let's say we did that. We will need to have another rebuild. He wants to get the players he wants in. He's going to have losses. He's going to have bumps in the road. And then you guys are going to call for him to be sacked because you won't let any manager last for more than 1 season. Please don't tell me you're saying it how it is, because if you're saying it how it is we needed to start from the bottom again and work our way up. And that's exactly what Postecoglou is doing. The mentality he needs to change in the players, but the hardest job he's got is changing the mentality in the fans, because our mentality is shit. Can you tell me in the comments exactly what you want as a Spurs fan? Because I'm getting seriously confused. Until next time, come on, you Spurs.